Good morning. We will start session 3 on chapter number system. So in our previous class, we understood about rational, irrational, about the division process, that is terminating decimal, non-terminating, if non-terminating then recurring, if recurring, what type of recurring, whether it is periodic recurring or only recurring. Based on that, we can identify which are rational and irrational. We also understood how to write the given numbers in the form of P by Q. So today's class will start with the next exercise, that is number line. Some decimal numbers are given. We have to visualize those decimal numbers on number line by successive magnification method. Now what do you mean by magnification? Now simple, if I take the scale, now the scale has measurement like 1, 2, 3. Now in between them there are some other lines. So we read them as 1, 1.5, or we still read them as 1, 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 1.5. Then 1.6, 1.7, 1.8, 1.9 and 2. So between 1 and 2 if I see 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, I have so many subdivisions in them. That is called as I'm magnifying that part and I'm highlighting on it. Similarly, how to exactly plot this decimal number on a number line by successive magnification. Now for that, what you have to do is here, whatever number is given, 3.765 is the number given. Understand between which two natural numbers this number will lie. 3.765. It lies between 3 and 4. Right? So what we will do as a first step, we will draw a number line from 3 to 4. Now I just can't be drawing in a scale. This is 3 and this is 4. In 1 centimeter I can't be showing. In decimal small I can't show magnification. Magnification means what? Those subdivisions I have to show it in a big way. Successive magnification manner. So what I do? I just draw a number from 3 to 4. For every centimeter I just make a line. So that is what I have done. So this is 3 to 4. How do I measure from 3 to 4? I arrive 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, 4, 5, 6, 3.7, 3.8, 3.9. I get 4. I have magnified this 1 centimeter in the scale, that is from 3 centimeter to 4 centimeter. Only this much. This one I have magnified it this big. Got my point? Okay. So that's point number 1. Next, what we have to do now here is, we want exactly 3.765. At once you will not get it. We get it by subdividing it again and again. So between 3 and 4, 3.765 will lie between 3.7 and 3.8. Right? In those subdivisions. Now my next step is to find the subdivisions between these two. Okay? Now see, between 3 and 4 if I say, now this is 3, after 3 I have 3.1. So somewhere I have 3.7. After 3.5 I get 3.6, 3.7. In your scale if you see, 3.7 and 3.8, hardly a point difference is there, correct? That point difference I have to magnify. That is what I have done. 3.7 and 3.8 I have magnified it. What are the numbers between them? Between 3.7 I have 3.71, 3.72, 73, 74, 75, 3.76, 3.77, 78, 79, 3.8. Right? Again go back to this 765, 3.75, 3.76, 3.77. So again now I have to see in that bifurcation where it lies. Magnify that. 3.76 and 3.77 when magnified, the next number will be 3.761, 3.762. You need to fill these spaces, or also you can leave it, up to you. 3.761, 3.762, 763, 764, 3.765, 766, 67, 68, 69, 3.77. Our question is 3.765. That is what we located on the number line. This is how you have to locate it. So I got successive for the first one, second one, and in the third magnification, I got my answer. We have only 2 questions given in the exercise. I have just brought the camera near to the board so that you can see this number line very clearly and you can mark these points very clearly, right? So you can pause it once the camera is near to the board, mark these things very clearly and neatly. It has to be represented. So this is how we represent 3.765 on number line by successive magnification method. So in the third scale, we got it as 3.765. Now we have the second one, 4.26, that is 4.26 bar, which is 4.26, 26, 26, 26 continuously it goes on. So again, 4.26 lies between what? It lies between 4 and 5. So between 4 and 5, if I take subdivision, 4.1, 4.2, 4.3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 4.9, 5. 4.26 I want. So that lies between now 4.2 and 4.3. 4.2 and 4.3, let us magnify. 4.2 to 4.3. Between 4.2 and 3. 4.21, 4.22, 4.23, 4.24, 4.25, 4.26, 4.27, 0.28, 0.29, 4.3. Now by 4.26 here lies between 4.26 and 4.27. Let us magnify these 2 points. Wherever magnification is required, I have highlighted them again in bold thing. Magnify 4.26 to 4.27. 4.26 to 4.27. 4.26. 4.261. 4.262. 4.263. 264, 265, 266, 267, 268, 4.269. After 69, 70, right? 4.27. Now 4.26 to 4.263. It lies between these 2 points. Oh, I forgot to magnify this. Let me magnify the last part. Okay. 4.262 to 263, 4.262 here, 4.262, 4.2621, 2622, 2633, 2623, 2624, 2625, 2626, that is what we want, 4.2627, 2628, 2629, after 29 it is 3, so 4.263, okay. So there, this is what we wanted, 4.2626. Enough of this much magnification. So here we had, this is our first one, this is second one, this is third one, and this is fourth one. Magnification should be shown very neatly and clearly, right? So now again, I will bring the camera closer to the board and show you from near so that you can copy it down neatly. So the same thing here as I have told, between 4 and 5, 4.2, 4.3 we magnified here. In that we got another 2 magnification that we took it here. Final magnification, that what we get the answer, which is highlighted 4.2626, that is bar number. There are 2 sums given in the worked example also on the similar part. You can do that for your practice, wherein I am not giving any homework from this exercise. We completed that exercise. So what I will do is now I will not start with the next exercise, but there is one number line given in the next exercise. Only one number line. That is, how do we represent a decimal number on a number line? Decimal number which is irrational. Irrational decimal number. Root 9.3 on number line. So there is a particular method to represent that. It is not how we represented previously, root 2, root 3, root 4 and root 5. So what we will do is, we will take this in today's session only, and in tomorrow's session when we do, we'll only finish the exercise, but number line will complete it today. So again, there's only one number line asked in the exercise. There's an example given. You can practice that example for this number line what we do. So here when we see that represent root 3 on number line, first of all the first step is here. What you have to do is on your scale mark 9.3. Exactly 9.3 you have to draw. Okay. So let me draw. Now I can't. Okay. I will take 9.3 here. This is 5 and this is 3. 9.3 I will mark on my scale. I will mark that point as AB. Okay, this AB is how much? 9.3. Then, after this, it is a rule. For this type of a number line, we have to extend this AB line to 1 centimeter. Why 1 centimeter? That's a rule of construction. So this AB is 9.3. So now what I do is I extend this line AB for 1 centimeter. One second. Okay. This point what I have represented, I will take that as C. So now total what is the measurement here? So the total line measurement is 9.3 plus 1.0, it is 10.3. My total line measurement is 10.3. Okay, keep that in your mind. Next what we do is, we have to bisect the line segment. What do you mean by bisect it? Dividing the line segment equally into two parts. Now how do we do with the scale? We might not get accurately. You all have learned how to bisect the line segment. What we do is here, from your compass, take more than half radius. Now what do you mean by more than half radius? What should be the radius to take more than half? Radius is this only. Whatever AC is there, now AC is this big, right? So approximately if I take this is half, approximately. Is this more than half? Yes, it is more than half. Now don't ask me teacher, it is 10.3. Shall I take 7 centimeter is more than half or 8 centimeter more than half? It is always told that whenever you want to bisect the line segment, take that radius as more than half of the given line. So more than half can be anything. So no asking 8, 6, 7, 5, anything like that. So see here, this is the full measurement of this AC. This will somewhere come half. So this is something more than half. Okay. So keep your arc at the A point here. Cut it here. Similarly, cut it here. Okay. Keep at C point here. Cut it. Similarly, cut it. Now here I can't be right. So I can see roughly. Now see what arc I drew. It came like this. But here it cut very clearly. So if it is not cutting, then don't tell my arcs are not cutting, teacher, what to do. Again keep that on A and extend this arc to cut. Right? Now why am I saying? Because I get such silly questions, messages telling that how should I join, how should I do. So this is what we got the arc. Now take your scale and bisect it. Whenever we are doing this bisecting line segment part, that bisection what we show should always be in the light dotted lines. Okay, you need not show this one bisection here and down. It can be only done till here. Okay, if you do that also, nothing wrong. So this is O I will take. Now see what I have written. If you want you can write or you can skip that measurement. Did you understand? That means OA is equal to OC. Okay, because we bisected the whole line segment now. OA is equal to OC. Now what we have to do? Again take your compass, measure OA or OC with O as center. So measure this OA or measure this OC. It has to be same because we have bisected it. Keep your compass in the center and draw an arc. So lightly what I have got in the chalk, I will draw that. Okay. We got this arc. Now what we have to do is, take your scale. We have a point B here, right? So this arc when we draw from A to C, we have a point B. From point B, draw a straight perpendicular such that it will cut the semicircle where you have drawn. So if I hold my scale like this here, and if I draw this will cut at this point, right? That point you can name it as D. BD is the measurement of root 9.3, right? But we need to represent that on the number line. So what we will do here now is just take some dotted lines and extend this line segment. Just extend that line segment by dotted lines. Now, take your compass where BD measures root 9.3. Measure the distance of BD here. This is the distance. Keep at B only and cut an arc like this here. So that arc comes this point as E, where E represents root 9.3. Then you said that this is 9.3. Yes, this is 9.3. In number line, did you remember? If this was a number line, so we drew it like this here. This was root 2. But that root 2 we had to 0, 1, 2. This root 2 we had to draw something an arc like this. Now here and here this side. That was root 2. This was plus root 2. This was minus root 2. That is what it is. You have to only represent here. This arc, I repeat again here. You have understood till now. Okay, from the beginning I will tell you what you will do now here is, first, rough diagram, I'll just show you what you can do here again. First, draw a line segment to whatever they have given, that is 9.3. Extend it for 1 centimeter. Then bisect the line segment by taking more than half and join it. So this is A, this is B and this is C. So here OA is equal to OC. Taking OA radius or OB radius, draw an arc. After drawing an arc, draw a perpendicular such that it will cut the semicircle what you have drawn at 90 degrees. So this mark it as D. BD is nothing but root 9.3. Take the measurement of BD. Extend this by dotted line. Take the measurement, keep your compass here and cut an arc. This point E what you get is nothing but root 9.3. This is how you represent a decimal irrational number on a number line. That is decimal root on a number line. So that is what was there. In the next exercise, I wanted to finish in this magnification class only. In that only I thought I'll include this so that our next exercise will be only about rationalizing terms and exponents. So that will be the last exercise. After that, I'll be doing some extra sums on chapter number system, which are very important as examination point of view. So, complete this. The similar sum given in the worked example, you can do that for your practice. So, if any doubt in today's class, you can call on the same day of the video set.